Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions mini review on the new Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. So if you guys are interested in seeing my final thoughts, first impressions, and how I created this eye look today, please keep watching. Alright guys, so here is the beautiful Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. Isn't it just beautiful? I was so excited to receive this as a Christmas gift, and I received this from my sister's boyfriend, Avatar. So thank you so much, Avatar. So here it is. And it does have, obviously, her beautiful eyes. Isn't this just iconic? Everyone, I believe, does this. And I was so excited because I've never tried any Huda Beauty products before. I did purchase the little mini, the Mauve Obsessions, and I did try it and I love that as well. But I'm so excited. I've never tried any of the Huda Beauty, the previous palette, which was I think the Rose Gold palette. So I'm so excited to be able to try this. I did kind of swatch it a little before already, but I haven't really played with it on my eyelids. So I'm going to do a first impressions today on camera with you guys. So it is in this cardboard magnetic, and it also has this beautiful big mirror. I don't want to blind you guys, but it has a really big mirror, which I love that. And this palette is $65. It is pretty pricey. What is unique about this palette is that there's 8 mattes, 6 pressed pearl eyeshadows, 3 duochromes, and 1 pressed glitter. So there's a mixture of textures in here, and I think that's what Huda Beauty is really known for her palettes, is that she has a lot of different textures, which some people love or hate depending on if you don't mind going in with your finger. Because I know, like, especially the pressed pearl eyeshadows and the duochromes, the eye toppers, sometimes it is better to apply with your hands. I'm just going to start off with my Luxie 205 taper blending brush, the really big one, and I'm going to pick up this beige perfect shadow right here. This is going to be in sand. What is it? Oh, desert sand right here. Alright, and then I want to go in and pick up Eden, which is also a matte. And this one's more like a light peachy shade. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick up the matte in Amber. This one right here. And that's like a deeper red, it looks like it's like a burnt red shade. And I'm just going to place that right on the outsides. I'm just sort of patting it right on. And it is super pigmented. And then I'm going to go, and obviously I want to pick up the beautiful purples in the palette. So I'm going to pick up Amethyst, which is the matte purple. And I'm going to put it a little bit underneath that previous shadow that I just placed down, because I want to transition from the purple to that burnt red and then brown. So I'm just patting it right on there. I will say that the purple doesn't give as much of like a punch, like a purple, like it's not as vibrant on the eyes as it is in the palette, because look at that. And then look how it's placing on my eye. So I don't feel like it's as vibrant as in the palette, but it's still pretty. I'm gonna go in with Oud, O-U-D, right here, the matte brown. And I'm just gonna deepen on the outer corners. I'm gonna go into Royal. And I'm gonna just pick it up on a flat brush. This is one of the pressed pearls, I believe. So this is a pressed pearl. And I'm gonna just place that right in front of that purple, the matte purple called Amethyst. Put it right there. Now I'm just gonna try it with some setting spray and see if it really makes a difference. I don't feel like it made such a big difference. Okay, and then on the other side, I'm gonna try using my finger. I don't really like using my fingers to pick up eyeshadows, but in this case, these shadows are meant to pick it up. I don't know if the pressed powders are, I mean the pressed pearls, I think the toppers are meant to, but I'm gonna try it with Royal and see if it makes a difference. All right. No. It doesn't look like it really makes a difference. It probably will require less of you digging into your shadow if you use your finger, but the only thing is, like with me, I don't like using my fingers just because I can't really get that precise line. Ooh, it's pretty. Okay, now I'm just gonna go back with my brush and kind of try to blend it out so it's not too rough. And then I'm gonna go in with my finger and I'm gonna actually pick up the duochrome topper that you are supposed to pick up with your finger, Twilight, which looks like it pulls a little blue and a little purple. And I'm gonna put that right on the inner corners. Ooh, that's pretty. Very nice. I will say though, like I mentioned, I do not like to pick up eyeshadows with my fingers. So I don't know how much I would use this eyeshadow or these three type, the Twilight, Retrograde, and Celestial, because they are the type that you have to use your fingers. But this is a really nice color. See, this is why I don't like to use my finger, because I feel like I can't get right there. Alright, and then I'm gonna go back in with that fluffy brush and kind of just, I feel like I lost a lot of that color, that amber, that matte red, burnt red amber, and these two shades. So I'm gonna go back in and pick that up and just put it a little bit on the outside. Yeah. And go back in and kind of blend out that brown I had placed in there. Okay. And then I'm just gonna blend these two shadows together. Alright, and I kind of like how this looks right now, so I'm gonna go and move on to my lower lash line. And I'm gonna pick up a smaller brush. Alright, and then I really like that purple. So, but then I think I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna go into pick up amber again. And then I'm gonna just go on the outside. And then I'm gonna go in and pick up Amethyst, which was the matte purple. And I'm just gonna place that right in the middle. And I'm gonna go back in Oud, or OUD, the matte brown. And I'm just gonna deepen it on the outer corners. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with my finger again and pick up Twilight. See if I can really get into that inner corner right here. And you know, I want the purple to show more, so I'm actually going to bring it a little bit further up. Alright, and then I'm going to just go in with my NYX black liquid eyeliner and line the top of my eyelid. Alright guys, so I'm having one of those days where my eyeliner just keeps getting bigger and bigger because it just does not look right now. It's huge. But anyways, I'm just gonna leave it at that, and then I'm just gonna put on mascara. I'm gonna go in with my Tarte's, I think this is the Lash Paint mascara. Alright, and then for my face makeup today, I'm going to use, I picked this up during, it was like during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, the NARS. I picked up the NARS NARSissist Cheek Studio palette. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this entire palette today. So I'm gonna pick up the bronzer in, I think it's Laguna. This is a really famous bronzer. Now this bronzer is nice because it's not too warm. It gives like a very nice soft, it looks like it's really neutral too, like a, just to warm up the face, but it's not too warm and orangey like a typical bronzer that you would expect. And then I'm gonna pick up my Luxie flat contour brush, and I'm gonna pick up the contour shade in here, and I believe that is in Paloma. Like that. Yeah, those are two really nice shades, the Laguna and Paloma. I think they are very nice together. And then I'm gonna pick up the blush in here as well. I think I'm gonna go in with, what is this? It doesn't have, I don't think these have names. I'm gonna mix these two together, the pink and reddish one. The red one has sort of like a, it has like, they both have like a sheen, like it looks pretty sparkly, but let's see. Okay, that's nice. It's not too pigmented. The formula is a little bit stiffer. Okay, they consider this a highlight, but to me it looks more like a setting powder because it doesn't have any shine in it. So I'm gonna pick up a highlight. I'm gonna pick up the Cover FX Perfect Highlighting Palette. Alright, so here it is. So beautiful, in case you guys haven't seen it. And then I'm just gonna pick up these two shades right here. I think this is Gilded and Celestial. And I'm gonna mix them together just to highlight. Alright, I'm gonna use a Darling from ColourPop, their Ultra Satin. This is the Carucci and ColourPop collab. And I'm sorry if I'm saying the name incorrect, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna pick up Echo Park, their Ultra Satin as well, ColourPops. And I'm just gonna put it right in the middle. To kind of just give it muted, so it'll be lighter in the middle. I still don't really like it. Let me spray down my face. Alright guys, I just applied my false lashes, and so I actually thought I wanted to go in with one more color from the eyeshadow palette from the Huda BeautyDesert Dusk palette, just to be my inner core highlight. And I think I'm going to pick up Nephretti. So it looks like it's like a gold shimmer. This one is not the duochrome. This one is just like the regular, it's, what is it called? Like the pearl shimmer finish. So I'm just gonna pick that up and I'm just gonna place that right in the inner corners just to add as a highlight. Alright guys, and that's pretty much it for my eye makeup. So just wanted to give my overall thoughts. I think that the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette is beautiful. I think it's a very unique palette in that there's a lot of duochromes. There's the loose glitter one called Cosmo. There's the duochromes, which are Celestial, Twilight, and Retrograde. So there's Retrograde, there is Twilight, and Celestial. So Celestial is pretty unique because it looks like it shifts a little bit pink and gold, and Twilight shifts purple and blue, and same thing for Retrograde, but Retrograde looks like it shifts a little bit red and blue. So I didn't have any problems with the mattes at all. I would say that the shimmers or the pearl finished ones, they aren't probably the most shiny, glittery, pretty shimmer as you expect. And for the Twilight that I did use, which is one of the, considered the toppers, the duochrome toppers, they do require, or you can apply it with a brush, but it definitely is better with fingers. And me personally, I don't really like using my fingers because I can't get as a precise application on my eyes. But other than that, I think that the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette is beautiful. It's very unique. If I didn't receive this as a Christmas gift, I don't think I would have picked it up just because it's so expensive. I did end up picking up the smaller ones. I think I picked up the Mauve Obsessions. That one's also very beautiful. I love her matte formula. I think it's really good, but I think that this is definitely not a beginner's palette because this requires a little bit more work. And if you're willing to use your hands and use setting spray and Cosmo, you would probably have to use something like a glitter glue or something adhesive to have it stick onto the eyeshadow. Then I don't think this palette is for you. But if you are somebody who likes to play with something different textures, and it's unique, and so if you do like that, then I think that this palette is for you. But if you're a beginner and you don't like using your fingers, using some eyeshadow adhesive or glitter glue, then this is probably not for you. I do think that $65 is pretty pricey. I think maybe the most this should probably be is probably in the $50 range, because even $50, I think it's really pricey. But I think because of all the textures you get from this, I guess $50 would be more understandable, but $65 I think is pretty expensive. But nonetheless, I'm really excited and happy that I did receive this as a Christmas gift, and now I will be able to say that I have tried the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes, especially the Desert Dusk. I did not try the Rose Gold, unfortunately, because like I said, it's $65 and it is pretty expensive, and I think that I do like this layout better, the eyeshadow layout better than the Rose Gold palette. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on all my other social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram. You can find me at Yua Linda Lee, and if you don't know, I will have a link on the bottom where you can go directly to my Instagram, and you can also find my Twitter, and also like this video if you did. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys!